What is up, guys? I just want to make a really quick video here because I'm going to try and get this into the shot here. I just finished what I have been affectionately calling now the Diegocaster refin project. And I apologize, my room in the background is such a mess. I've been a month into x-ray school and things are pretty out of control as far as I just eat and study and go to clinic and go to work. But I've been working on refinishing this guitar body I worked on it off and on for about a year, 6 months to a year. And then it sat around and cured for a while. I had to go strip it back and redo it a couple of times. And I still got a few little blemishes, but they're really hard to see. I did this was originally, I think it was either a bad lacquer job or a bad shellac job. It was, it just looked poorly applied. There were places where it was really kind of gummy and sticky, and if I put it in a case or a bag for any length of time, it would stick to whatever the case material was, because I think it was either put on too thick or it didn't cure properly or both. So I sanded this back and I refinished this in True Oil. I think it's about 10 or 11 coats on here. This is a gorgeous piece of wood. It may be hard to see in this light, but it is shot through with all these natural colors in it, especially on the sides, of like pinks and browns and golds, and it's just gorgeous. That's all natural grain. This is a one-piece body. Let's see if I can get this side. One piece pine body. It's very lightweight. And anyway, I had sold the neck off of it. This was originally a guitar I used for jazz. It had a Cavalier, Fat Lion, and a Fat Lion King neck. And, you know, the Fat Lion was okay, but I was changing pickups in my other guitar that had the Lion King and Nashville, so I put the Nashville in here, sold the Lion King, and put the Fat Lion King back in here. And I got to tell you, I just got this hooked up. I don't know if I can get a shot of my board down here or not. It's going to come out upside down. I've got a JHS Prestige, a Nux Horseman, which is a clone, and my DC delay. I'm just running into my Champ clone here by Modern Sound Amps. This thing's just going to be a mess, isn't it? Anyway, I just got this neck in from. This thing is absolutely stunning, and I don't use that term lightly. It is absolutely stunning. This is from Parklane Guitars. You can find them on Facebook. They also have a website, parklaneguitars.com. This guy who owns and runs it used to work for a really famous neck manufacturer, whose name I won't mention, but he knows his stuff. And this is a two-piece roasted flame maple neck. So there's no skunk stripe. You can see all that beautiful flame. And shut this door. Get the background light out of there. And we're talking tiger stripes, baby. And then it's got a roasted maple fingerboard. And it's a Fat C profile. It's about 1 inch thick all the way down. And I did something kind of cool with the radius. I did a 7 1/4 to 9 1/2 compound radius. And the frets are 6230 vintage stainless steel. And I don't know what his prices are now versus when I bought this, but it was more than competitive against what you would pay from any other manufacturer, and the quality is matchless. So I just got this thing together, and I'm not warmed up. I'm not even sure I'm still in tune because the strings are still stretching out. And I got to go to an appointment here in about 10 minutes, but I'm so happy, first of all, that the guitar works. When I wired it up, I was like, I think I got it, but, you know. So the reason I use these pedals, just to kind of explain my sound to you, I love just the simplicity of the Champ amplifier. I go into the second input. It seems to take a little bit of the edge off of it, and then I run into the JHS Prestige, which adds in a little of the bass that you lose with the clone, and it also adds a little bit of compression, just the right amount, so I don't have to have a separate compressor. And the clone just kind of gives it that, I don't know, just that little extra something, you know. And then I like a little slap back on my tone. So anyway, so just that great Nashville, it's kind of a broadcaster kind of sound from the Cavalier Nashville. It's a little bit rounder and a little more mid-range than like a Bakersfield kind of sound. It's more of a Brad Paisley kind of sound to it. And then this Fat Lion King neck. This is without, I got the tone all the way up. It's the one jazz standard I know. That's not true actually, but it's the one I have in my hat for when I need to pull something out and not think about it. But just a gorgeous full jazz sound. You know, it's nice and fat and full. But it's not muddied out. You know, like you still have that clarity. Like if you play like a 13th chord, you can still hear all the notes. So I really like that. And then in between you get kind of this. Have a nice rockabilly sound. And then the secret weapon I put on all my tellies, the series position. Yeah, even on a clean setting, you hit a chord, that sounds like it means business. You know, I've got the amp on like 4.5, and I don't even think I have I think I'm in the high headroom mode, and I don't even have the crunch switch on. My builder put a switch in so I can either have like the stock kind of low overdrive floor, or I can flip the switch and I can get more clean. But just let's see if I can switch that on here. Well, maybe I was on that. Maybe I was on the crunch setting. So yeah, this is me not really playing that much except picking like unplugged in between homework assignments the last, I don't know, 8 months. I started playing a little more recently and I realized my calluses were gone. That's how infrequently I've been playing. But my goodness, look at this thing. I am just in love with this neck. It really looks great on this body. This is kind of like almost a Barncaster kind of looking thing. Kind of like Barncaster dressed up meets Blackguard with a very sexy neck. So yeah, and and I went a little bit wider nut width on this. I got a 1 11/16 instead of the traditional 1 5/8. It just seems to give me a little bit more. It adds to the feeling of meatiness in the hand, like how full it feels, but it also gives me a little more room on the fingerboard. I just freaking love this thing, man. I gotta go, but I'll probably record something again soon once I get this thing. I mean, you can see the saddles are all in a line. I gotta get this intonated and everything, but thanks for bearing with me through my bad playing and my giddiness. And Steve, if you see this, buddy, man, you way outdid yourself. You know, I mean, I try to keep my expectations reasonable when I'm dealing with somebody I haven't done business with before. But I mean, seeing your work is one thing. If you look at the Parklane Guitars Facebook and his webpage and stuff, and look at examples of his necks, they're jaw dropping. You know, and you know the tendency is to say, well, but is the fit and finish as good as like the wow factor in person? And it more than is, believe me. I mean, there are no sharp edges here. The frets are perfectly dressed. There's no fret sprout. Just gorgeous. And it's so lightweight because it's roasted. I mean, this thing is, I could hit a homer with this thing. So yeah, check out Parklane Guitars. Steve is an awesome guy. Throw him some business because you won't be sorry, first of all, but he's just a great guy to do business with. And I really want to see him do well with his company. He's branching out on his own, and I don't think you can find a better neck for the money, and even I think for double the money, you'd be hard pressed to find a neck that's nice. And I know that's a bold statement, but that's how I feel. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I'll catch y'all later. God bless, and hang loose. Dig you later.